It can be argued that a good anime should hook you with its opening episode, and that the famed 3-episode anime test isn't worth the 48 plus extra minutes you give it. But sometimes if you give a show that little bit of time, you'll be rewarded with something quite unexpected. My name is Isla, and this is my review of J.C Staff's Children of the Whales. Our story is set on the Sea of Sand, where this giant floating island named the Mud Whale roams aimlessly, which has a population made up of the marked and unmarked. Those who are marked have psychokinetic-like abilities called Thymia, or Thymia, Netflix really dubbed this one differently, and the unmarked, those who are just like regular humans. Our story though focuses in on a young scribe named Chakoro, who is recording the Mud Whale's journey through written reports to his mayor, and begins when they come in contact with another floating island, seemingly abandoned except for one Giro, who changes the story from a harmonious one to a dramatic one, in 1.5 episodes. And you better have paid attention during those establishing episodes because there's an insane amount of setting and character information thrown at you, which you'll need to know to understand more of the story later on. However, don't expect answers to everything. If you watch this anime, you'll come away with more questions than anything else that will either leave you excited for a second season, picking up the manga, or abandoning this show altogether. That is, if you manage to make your way through the whole thing, because this is not a story for everyone. It is one hell of an abstract adventure. It reminded me in ways of shows like Land of the Lustrous, The Dragon Dentist and Fooly Cooly, not because it resembled these anime in any way in terms of plot, but rather in the imaginative way it presents itself. There are trippy, out-of-body scenes that leave you wondering if it's just one character that can see this happening, or if the whole world has changed to adapt to these moments. They are beautifully strange and come out of left field at times, such as the fact it becomes an idol anime halfway through. It explores the ideals of emotions versus logic and how integral feelings are to being human. We watch as our cast battle against these two ideals, changing as the episodes go on. Now the characters are great here, but the characterisation does leave much to be desired. Chakoro is a gentle lead protagonist who is very much a contrast to the other characters, like Oni and Lycos. Where Oni is heartless and Lycos is emotionless, Chakoro feels everything. He wears his heart on his sleeve and as a result wields great influence over other key players in the story. But the omittance of certain backstories and the rush in progressing the plot forward means that you don't feel as strong a connection to them as maybe you would have liked. This also leaves our antagonist feeling half-baked. Our main baddie Oroka only makes a real appearance in the final 2 episodes. He is psychotic yet calculated, but with such limited screen time we don't get to see just what drives him forward. The unstable boy soldier Ryodare faces a similar fate. Scenes with him though left a chill in my spine, thanks to the impeccable voice acting by Daiki Yamashita, but even though he gets arguably more backstory than anybody else, something feels off about his character, and this might be because the story splits itself into 4 halves. One moment you're watching a peaceful adventure, and then suddenly things get violent. Then they get dark before coming together peacefully in a mildly unsatisfying conclusion. Having so many arcs in just 12 episodes made parts of the show feel rushed, leaving little room for that much needed development. However, that doesn't mean it wasn't a memorable experience. The reality of death is an ever-present character. This effect can be felt in waves throughout the show's progression. This overarching theme sets it apart from the genres that it's been labelled as. The shoujo elements are a mere catalyst to drive the plot forward rather than to develop any romantic interactions, and the drama can certainly be felt in abundance. Although you are required to open your imagination if you want to let this anime nestle its way into your memory. It is gorgeous to look at, feeling at times like a watercolour painting etched onto a textured canvas. Some of the backdrops are breathtaking, some of the animation is stunning, although not all of it. The Thymia scenes feel a little bit jarring, but overall the artistic package is really impressive. This is only enhanced more by a dynamic soundtrack. You should in equal parts notice sound and not notice it depending on the sound director's intentions, and in this, the sound becomes part of the story rather than a detached element. It pushes forward scenes and blends into the world so beautifully. It is a truly impressive job by Jin Kitagawa and Hiroaki Susume. Children of the Whales is an anime that is as riddled in splendour as it is in confusion. An enjoyably flawed experience that has glimmers of brilliance buried in the sand, and a show I'd recommend if you like your anime a bit on the fanciful side. 乾いた海の後
home.